All right. Good evening, everyone. Once again, we're here with, of course, one of your favorite guests, Antonio, Senator Sonny Trillanes. How are you, Antonio? Any update? Kami ka na ba? Kami ka na, Senator Trillanes.
Yes, good evening, Richard. Thank you for inviting me again.
As always, it's a pleasure to have you. Obviously, hindi naman nagtatampo yung mga followers natin. Sabi na, nako, nasa kabilang mga channels ka last last week. Pero sabi ko, don't worry, for sure may mga updates na naman yan by the time na available ulit si Senator Trillanes. Obviously,
Yeah.
of course, people want to hear about itong issue ng ICC. Daming pag-usapan, West Philippine Sea. Ito si Senator Bam Aquino also just announced na go na siya for the Senate. But before natin pag-usapan lahat ng mga to, coup d'etat, DDS, BBM, all of that, eto, kaka-file nyo lang ang cyber libel case against some of the influencers, if I can put it neutrally that way. Can you tell me a bit about the context of this decision and why do you think it was necessary?
Ang context nito is, if you would recall or several weeks back, pumutok itong secret agreement ni Duterte, no? And ito sila ngayon as part ng kanilang damage control measures. They started deflecting ulit yung issue na ako daw yung nagbenta ng Scarborough. Ilang beses ko na paulit-ulit na sinasabi yan. And they know that it is a lie. But tuloy-tuloy pa rin. At this time, we decided to push back na tigil na natin itong mga kalokohan na yan. Once and for all, kasuhan na yan sila. So lahat ng mga nagsabi nun na binenta ko yung Scarborough, sila yung nakasuhan. At yun, every time they will say that again, that's another count of cyber libel. Kumbaga, yung lawyers namin, template na sila eh. So we'll just keep on filing until tumigil sila, no? This time kasi nung panahon ni Duterte, protektado sila eh. Nobody would walang case na magpo-progress under their watch, no? Na dismiss agad. But ngayon, hopefully, we will have a fair shake under this administration.
Very interesting, very interesting. I mean, obviously, the issue of cyber libel, medyo sensitive ito, especially sa mga opposition, mga civil society groups, kasi ang pinakamalaking concern dito is A, yung weaponization of cyber libel, and B, bakit criminalize siya? Some are saying, well, kung ano ka, nag-spread ka ng bad news, fake news, and you're besmirching someone, dapat civil case ito. First of all, what is your take on this debate about whether dapat meron cyber libel? Obviously it looks like you're on that, but whether this should be criminalized or more a civil case as we have in other democracies?
I'm open to the decriminalizing of libel, but as things stand, talagang ganun eh. Kahit sabihin kong ayoko naman silang makukulong, gusto ko lang magtanda, but the law is the law as it is, no? So hindi ko na hawak yon kung ano yung magiging sentensya nung West later on. Ganun lang talaga, no? But ano eh, in this case kasi paulit-ulit na eh. Biruin mo for the past 12 years, I've been explaining to everyone, every forum, hanggang ano na nga eh, magmasuya na, memorize na ng mga followers ko ano yung paliwanag ko. But ito pa rin, malicious eh. Kasi alam nilang si Duterte was exposed dahil China admitted na sila yung may secret agreement with them. Tapos sila Harry Roque and Duterte himself admitted as much na meron silang agreement na disadvantageous. Yung having an agreement per se is not necessarily bad kung advantageous sa interest natin, na protection ng interest natin. Pero in their case, talagang dehado-dehado, hindi pinapag-repair yung BRP Sierra Madre, tapos hindi pinigilan yung EEZ patrols ng Air Force and Navy. Ano 'yon? May ano 'yon, national security compromise 'yon. Yun.
So in short, you're saying you're working with what's there, even though you would have wished it otherwise. If I'm not mistaken, si Ato Morelli, a good friend of mine, nagsampa sila ng kaso against si I think Lauren Baduy ba yun or something like that. But I think civil case yung sa kanya strictly. Again, I'm not familiar with the legal nitty-gritties of that, but I understand that there's some people who are sensitive about this weaponization, so they insist on a civil case. But anyway, thank you for clarifying where you stand on the issue of cyber libel, having being among the people na sobrang naharas nila Digong in the craziest way back in the day. I think you have you have proven your credentials on that. Now, balikan natin ng konti ito sa Scarborough Shoal, just as a reminder, because I think a lot of people have hapyaw-hapyaw lang yung understanding nila dito sa nangyari sa Scarborough, and particularly your role in the background negotiations or shuttle diplomacy. Can you refresh the memory of everyone else? Again, alam ko pagod na pagod ka na, ako rin in a sense, but we want to be fair just in case para mga ibang tao marinig nila ano talaga nangyari, Senator.
Okay. Back in April of 2012, nagkaroon ng impasse dyan sa Scarborough Shoal wherein 80 to 100 ships ng China swarmed Scarborough Shoal both inside and outside the shoal. Ano? Ang barko natin at that time na opposing them or confronting them, tatlong Coast Guard vessels. And at that time, nagkaroon na ng impasse. So the front channel, which is the DFA, hindi na ma-de-escalate yung situation. Nothing was moving forward. Kaya ngayon, nag-pass siya si President Noynoy Aquino na mag-open ng back channel. Again, no? Nagkaroon kasi ng negative connotation pag back channel negotiator, parang it's something evil, something sinister. Alam mo yun?
Shady, dodgy.
Shady. Ayan, oh. So, well, for the information of everyone, yung back channel negotiation is a foreign policy tool ng isang bansa, no, to resolve crisis that cannot be resolved by the formal or front channels, no? Yan yung DFA, yung mga through ambassadors, ganyan. Just to cite an example, yung Cuban Missile Crisis during the 1960s was resolved through back channel negotiations. So si President John F. Kennedy sent yung kapatid niya, who was the Attorney General, as back channel negotiator to resolve the Cuban Missile Crisis. So eventually it was resolved. So hindi po yan illegal, hindi
I
yan
mean, we
kasalanan.
saw that, sorry to interrupt. I mean, just to make it more timely, just recently yung hidwaan sa gitnang silangan, di ba? Yung Israel.
Yeah.
May back channel nangyari yan because walang direct relationship ang mga bansa na yan. So other intermediaries came in. So this is basically normal in international affairs, especially kung medyo masaklap yung sitwasyon or taas yung tensions, no?
So, ganoon kasi yon. Kaso, itong Duterte administration, dinimonize yung word na back channel negotiator. It's as if, ano na kagad, para kang traidor na, no? Anyway, ganyan yung background niyan. Hindi yan illegal, hindi yan kasalanan. So si President Aquino, to resolve that crisis, that impasse, designated me as the back channel negotiator to na dalawa ang mission: to de-escalate the crisis and to reduce the number of ships inside and outside the shoal. Okay, we started off with 80 to 100. I got in mga May of 2012. Tapos mga late July, natapos yung negotiation. So 7 meetings yan. 7 meetings were conducted here. 7 meetings were conducted in China. Ngayon, kahit 100 meetings pa yan, for as long as ito ang pinag-uusapan nito, paano maresolbahan yung crisis. Ganon yon. Kasi iniintriga nila bakit daw yung sinasabi ni Enrile na 16 trips, ganon. Negotiations nga eh. Di ba? Pero hindi 16 trips. 7 meetings here, 7 meetings there. No? Okay. So 14 yan. So nung time na yon, ganun na nga, no? Crisis yan. Until eventually, the results will speak for themselves, no? From 80 to 100 ships, na-reduce ito to 3. Pero nasa labas na ng shoal. Nasa labas na ng shoal. Tapos, nung hindi nila pinaalis yung tatlong naiiwan, doon sila kinasuhan ni President Aquino ng case sa Arbitral Tribunal, which we won, no? At historic yun, na-negate yung kanilang nine dash line na na ina-assert nila na basis for their claims dito sa West Philippine Sea. At I look at that as a mistake ng China because I am sure they didn't want that ruling na ilabas kasi every time gumagalaw sila, yun yung pinapamukha sa kanila para sila nagiging rogue state. So anyway, ganun yung ginawa natin, no? So my mission was to de-escalate the situation. We were able to do that and to reduce the number of ships from 80 to 100, we reduced it to 3. So we were able to protect the interest of the state. Tapos wala ring reclamation diyan, no? May mga ano kasi tayo, no, na hindi alam na iba yung Scarborough, which is off the coast of Zambales, iba rin yung Spratlys na nandoon sa Palawan area. So yung Scarborough dito po sa Zambales area, wala pong base ang China dyan. Wala rin po sila sa loob dyan. And by the way, just recently, si Commodore J. Tariela made a statement na nahihirapan silang kino-confront sila nung tatlong ships na yun, but hindi sila kumbaga we still claim it as our own. Kung binenta natin yan, kung binenta ko yan, kami ni Pinoy, dapat meron ng reclamation dyan at dapat hindi sila umalis. Di ba? It doesn't make sense kung sasabihin nyo sa inyo yan. Ba't kayo umalis? So, yun. And besides, yung China, all this time, itong mga panahon na to, they never said, amin na yung Scarborough kasi binenta na yan ni Trillanes. O may secret agreement kami ni Pinoy, ganyan. Walang ganon. It was secret agreement with Duterte. Kaya, I think, yan na yan, once and for all, na-establish na yan at na-vindicate na ako dyan, na-clarify na yan. So, simula noon, nung nag-attempt sila ulit i-revive yon sa akin, we started filing. We started collecting the evidence muna. Tapos, ito na. We started filing. So, ngayon, they can try again to say that, but every time, merong case na sasalubong sa kanila.
Uh, Thank you, Senator, for clarifying it on your side. Ako siguro sa tingin ko, kaya nga dapat sana nag-release ka na ng memoir or you know what I'm saying, like some sort of book to set the record straight. Kasi yun ang problema, when medyo fuzzy yung canvas, everyone will project their imagination onto it. Kaya nga, pansin natin, a lot of statesmen who have been involved in high-stakes diplomacy, they try to come up immediately with their version bago papasok ang kung ano-ano at weaponization and all of that. Now, so just to be clear, what you're saying is, if your mission were to de-escalate and to avoid a direct confrontation, nakamit mo yan. So you have a mission accomplished in that sense. And by the way, yours was done in coordination with the president. There was transparency. There was accountability, nothing dodgy, which is completely different from the gentleman's agreement na hanggang ngayon very suspicious pa rin at mukhang national interest natin na compromise siya. So what you're saying is, ina-gaslight ka ng mga DDS na yan because medyo nabuking sila na they were caught with their fingers in the cookie jar.
And alam mo, Richard, kahit na in-explain ko na ito every time to the same people, yan si Harry Roque, in fact, he was in one Senate hearing which I conducted, I think sometime in 2013, just to prove to them, isa siya doon sa mga nagkiklaim na yon. Sinabi ko doon, tinanong ko lahat ng security officials in that Senate hearing, and we have the records, we have the video of that. No, did we lose Scarborough Shoal? Kasi sabi ko may mga nagkiklaim dito. And Harry Roque was one of them. In-invite ko siya doon para pakinggan niya. All the security officials said, no, we did not lose Scarborough. So paano, sabi ko nga, anybody who will say that we lost Scarborough is practically giving Scarborough to the Chinese.
Because
Kasi
the status of
yun.
which is still unresolved. In a sense na hindi pa siya na-reclaim, hindi pa siya nilagay ng military facilities.
Not even yung principle of yung terra nullius na it's no man's land or kung sino nag-occupy. Nobody's occupying it. right now. Kasi hindi pwedeng dapaan yan dahil ano yan eh, typhoon sanctuary yan sa ano sa nasinet ng International Maritime Organization. Nandoon yan sa mga navigators mariners manual na if you're along that area tapos may na-confront kang typhoon, you can seek shelter there. So walang bumapasok diyan at pero yung fishermen natin in my hearing that which I conducted noong 2013, again 1 year after the back channel negotiations, talagang dun sa satellite imagery na present doon, ando doon yung mga uh, Filipino fishing boats. So, 1 year after my back channel negotiations, ando doon yung mga mangisda sa loob, no? Kaya talagang I have all the records uh, going for me. Now, as to yung memoir na sinasabi mo, humingi ako nagpaalam ako niyan kay President Aquino.
Yes.
Sabi ko, i-declassify ko na. Ay, baka pwedeng pa-declassify so that I can clear myself. Hindi pumayag si President Aquino. Sabi niya, anyway, you're explaining the general, kumaga, the general summary nung back channel talks. Pero yung details nun, which is not much, hindi pwede kasi sabi niya ganun sa international uh, sa diplomacy, no, sa negotiations. Hindi pwedeng kung ano yung mga ganun details. But sabi niya,
Mm.
kung magkakandak ng investigation diyan, you can expose that sa executive session. O sabi ko di okay. Pero naggawa ako ng primer. The closest that I can give out, yun ang ginawa ko. Pero ano pa rin it's never enough for these people kasi nga it was intentional. They need to deflect yung blame kay
I
Duterte
completely
na
understand,
gusto.
Senator. And ang point ko lang is you want more people like yours truly on your side on this issue squarely, di
Yeah.
ba?
Yeah.
If we know the facts, it's easier for us to point it out as journalists, as academics, as scholars. Kasi ako
Yeah.
bilang academic, marami ko nasulat sa mga West Philippines and South China Sea issue. But to be honest, this episode of Scarborough Show until now, until you clarified some of these things, medyo fuzzy pa rin until recently. There's still competing narratives for the lack of better
Yeah.
term. Although the facts obviously we more or less know the general facts as President I can correctly point out. So thank you for clarifying because even yung aking co-conspirator si Ronald Llama, sabi niya na may pangako siya kay Pinoy na habang buhay pa si Pinoy, he has to be also a bit careful about some of the discussions. So siguro kaya ngayon all over the place ito si Ronald Llamas. So in your case, you also had to keep certain level of confidentiality and also siguro ethics lang yan, di ba? Some sort of understanding with the late former president, God bless his soul, na you don't want to spill the beans too much. But unless you're forced by circumstances of legal investigation or something along those lines. So I didn't know that, Senator. The last thing, I mean, I want to ask on this issue before we transition to the other important issue also is, interestingly, naka-live na rin tayo on TikTok kasi I'm testing kung sinisensor tayo on West Philippines. Nahuli sila ilang beses. May nagsabi na, so sir, ibig sabihin yan, up for grabs pa rin ng Scarborough Shoal, technically
No.
speaking?
No, 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 no. Yung Scarborough, maliwanag yung ating claims dyan. Dineclare niyan, I was the principal author of the Philippine Baselines Law, the first internationally recognized law that asserts the claim of Scarborough. Pinasa na natin yan sa UNCLOS, yung Philippine Baselines Law. Dineclare natin na regime of islands. Actually, my version of the Philippine Baselines Law was supposed to include Scarborough sa Philippine baselines. But during the GMA regime, through the influence of China, they were
Na-water
able
down siya.
to, natanggalan tayo ng 14,000 square kilometers ng EEZ because of that, no? So, na-compromise sila. But still, regime of islands dineclare natin, atin yan, no? Yun ang punto rito. Pero kasi hindi mo naman lalagyan ng base dyan 'Di ba? Kasi nga ano yan eh, marine sanctuary yan eh. Ang dami endangered species doon, mga reefs. Tapos yun nga, typhoon sanctuary din siya ng mga mariners. So anyway, yan yung, and by the way, I heard may nagpasa din daw sa inyo a copy of my memoir na ano
Yes,
mo ba
yes,
yun?
exactly. That's why you
So,
can say I'm more sympathetic now. I mean, you would imagine me
oh,
interjecting you more. Alam mo naman style ko, Senator.
yeah.
I want. Kasi sensitive tong issue na to, and I don't want this to
Yeah,
come up as if we're pals. I mean, of course we're friendly, but I want to be fair.
yeah,
But thanks for sharing me your version. So, medyo it
yeah.
clarified some of the